good morrow, Nicholas Heads. That's the formal version of the term. Yesterday was day 3, show number 2. Had 5 people in, which was nice. So far, 100% hit rate for having an audience, which is always good. They're a nice crowd. They laughed quite a bit, not so much at some bits. I don't think they went for the puppet at the end. Yeah, no, it seemed to go well. I think it was, performance-wise, it was better than the day before. It still feels a little bit rusty, and I think there's a leftover of having COVID. It is still impacting my energy and performance a little bit, but yesterday felt better than the day before, so hopefully today will be better than yesterday, which is always the intention with Edinburgh. What else? I'll give you some random musings on Edinburgh in a bit. Oh, but actually yesterday I had what felt like a true Fringe experience, in that I was going to see a friend's show, Stefania Licari's Trust Me, I'm a Comedian. And I arrived at the venue, which was Underbelly, to see her standing outside looking fairly stressed. And it turns out that big chunks of Edinburgh yesterday had a huge power cut, and her venue is one of those. So Stefania and some of the other acts in the venue basically stood out in Bristow Square and performed their shows out in the open air. And yeah, it was incredible to see someone, really put themselves out of their comfort zone, just to keep to the mantra of the show must go on. So yeah, that was great. I'm glad that I'd chosen to go and see her for that show, because that was a completely unique experience, and something that, hopefully isn't going to happen again for the rest of the Fringe. Yeah, a couple of other thoughts on just sort of Fringe stuff. Time is very much meaningless at the Fringe. Only 3 days in, 3 days here, it already feels like I've been here an indeterminate amount of time. I don't really have a concept of a day of the week. It's just a Fringe day. And my day very much revolves around the end of the day, and then sort of planning stuff earlier around that. So my kind of structure to the day, and I'm trying to keep this plan for the month. One, to make sure that I'm, at least eating properly. So my idea is, I'm trying not to go and see anything between sort of 5 and 8. Because that is my time to come back here to the flat, have some dinner, maybe watch an episode of Only Connect. Yeah, I'm 48. It's the sort of thing you do now. And then travel back in, and then from 8 to 9:30, do a bit of flyering, which I do hate. I really do hate the flyering, and I would say my approach to it is half-hearted at best. And I know it's what gets people in, but I can't bear it. Anyway, it's a necessary evil. But yeah, 8 to 9:30 flyering. 9:30, put my gig shirt on, ready for the show. And then when the previous show finishes at 9:40, get in, set up the room, do the show at 9:55. And then the intention is always to come straight home and rest after that. So your day is structured around your show, and then you fit in other stuff around that. So it's and already just 2 days of the show in, I feel like my brain has adjusted to that being the structure of how the day works. Other thoughts. One of the lovely things, one of the best things about the festival is all the kind of camaraderie with the other acts, and spending time with people that you have lots of brief chats with when you gig with them in London, but actually getting to spend a bit of time with people that you've known for maybe years but haven't really managed to spend a lot of time with. That's nice. The weird flip side to that is, although it is a community thing and you're all in it together and you bump into people and you're constantly talking to people, there are moments when it can feel weirdly isolating. Like, for example, last night I did the show. I was full of adrenaline, but I was tired because I'd been to see stuff during the day. And then I got the bus home and it felt, weirdly isolating at that point. Just sat on a bus with my bag of stuff, having, just been performing to a group of people. It's an odd mix of sensations while you're here. Anyway, yes, just some random musings today. There you go. And oh, look, I've kept to a daily update of that. Does that mean it's going to be daily all the way through? Let's be honest, probably not. This is still week 1. We're not into the absolute drained weeks, second half of week 2, week 3. So yes, daily updates for now. Let's see how that keeps going. Anyway, another show today, show 3 today. Onwards and upwards.